Hi, Sam Spinat here for The Informer. Today on Property Matters, we're going to be talking about one of the most hotly discussed topics that I'm finding amongst my client base at the moment, and that is to be a developer or not. I think over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about doing the dual locks, building 4 villa units or townhouses, or even building a block of apartments. It seems to be, on the surface, a very, very lucrative way to make a lot of money. Now, when I talk to my clients about this, and we start running through the real numbers of how this works, and I point out quite often that a lot of the people that make the most money are actually the people who build their own projects, very quickly we start to see them understand that yes, there is a time and a place to do it, but it's not always the most financially sound way of making money out of real estate. There was a good example that we dealt with the other day where they had discussed with their financial planner and accountant that they were going to do a dual lock. They had started looking at some land, started to get their thoughts around what they're going to do. And then obviously they caught up with me to discuss not only finding the site, but then helping manage the process all the way through construction and selling the project. But when we looked at the numbers of not only what it's going to cost to buy the property, what it's going to cost to then build the new townhouses, and then what the potential sale prices are and the timeline to doing this, very quickly we saw that there wasn't a lot of money in it. And once you factor in things like holding costs, tax payable, potential for things to go wrong, they start to realise that maybe, just maybe, it's not as good as it seems on the surface, and that buying a better home, buying an investment property, or even buying a house to live in and renovate and then sell in the future could be a better option. The reason a lot of people, as I said earlier, do make good money out of some of these dual locks, building 4 or building a block of apartments is because they're doing the project themselves. I'm not saying that it's not something you shouldn't consider. I'm just saying it's something you need to go in with your eyes open, as all that glitters isn't gold. And there are a lot of people out there spruiking that they can help you get rich off doing it. And anyone that promises to make you rich overnight is someone that you should be very wary of. As I've discussed in previous episodes of Property Matters, I've noticed recently there are a lot more spruikers on social media touting these projects, but you need to scratch the surface. You need to understand the area you're looking at developing in, what the market expects you to build as a product to sell, and what your potential sale prices are. So what we do is, not only do we look at the land and what that will cost, but then we talk to the local agents about the level of expectation. We talk to a local builder about the cost of building to that level of expectation. And then we talk to the agents on the flip side about what the potential sale price is. Now, obviously, the market does change. It can go up or down over that period of time. So we discuss working on what you know and the worst case scenario of what could occur. And if you can't afford to hold the development, you can't afford to rent the development out, or you can't afford to take a little bit of a hit on the development, well then you should just stay clear of it. It's one of those topics that unless you're what I call an educated investor, it can be fraught with a lot of danger, and it's very easy to get wrong. I can't tell you the amount of times I've gone into a property to give advice through our vendor advocacy service about the potential sale price of a property, and you start to see them get very uncomfortable. They're squirming in their seat a little bit as you start to realise they haven't worked on real numbers. They've worked on what they hope, not what they know. And that's no way to ever do a property development. Now, I did touch on another way that we look at quite a lot, and that's buying the family home, which, let's be honest here, the Australian government give you one great advantage with your family home, and that's you don't pay tax on the profit, on the principal, on the sale of your principal place of residency. And that is a huge incentive. So what we talk a lot about with our clients is improving their home. Can you do a value add? don't buy the best house in the worst street. Don't buy something that's just been freshly built. Buy something you can add some value to. Buy something that maybe does need the coat of paint, the new carpet, the new kitchen, bathrooms, and improve it. That is how you become successful through property. It's being able to improve on an already good asset, making it more saleable, lifting the presentation of it. We're selling some things at the moment for clients that's what they would be looking to do on the flip side. And this is how you improve your wealth through real estate. So if you are thinking of doing a dual lock, maybe building 4 townhouses, but you're not sure on your numbers and you're not sure whether it really is the best thing for you to do, and look, sometimes the best thing to do is buy the block of land, get the plans and permits and let someone else take care of it. But if you are thinking about doing something like that along those lines, please feel free to reach out, get in touch. We can sit down, go over the numbers. The initial consultation we don't charge for, but it's better to go in with your eyes wide open than your eyes wide shut. I'm Sam Spinat for The Informer, and this has been another instalment of Property Matters. Thank you.